And I'm going to go to the book of Exodus 11 and 7. And this is when actually when we was exiting out of the land of Egypt. Okay, the Most High said this. He says, but against any of the children of Israel, okay, shall not a dog move his tongue against man nor beast. Okay, that's the Most High boasting, okay, about how he was going to part the Red Sea and how the Israelites left Egypt. Okay, meaning none of us is going to be touched. Okay, and it says, that ye may know how the Most High doth put a difference, okay, not the same, a difference, okay, between the Egyptians and Israel, okay, because why? Because the Most High knows better than anybody, okay, who was going to get swallowed up, okay, during the crossing of the Red Sea. That's the reason why the Most High said he put a difference between the Egyptians and the Israelites, okay. Now, like I said before, I don't understand, what is so great about the Egyptian Empire. And not only that, let me show you something. Okay, during the time of King Dahomey, okay, when the Israelites were actually sold, okay, Egypt was just actually north, okay, of Southwest Africa where they had got sold at. Okay, now if the Egyptians were so great and they had so much knowledge and understanding and wisdom, why didn't the settlers and Columbus and because Columbus did go to Africa as well too. Okay, you had many nations pass through the land of Africa. Okay, now if the Egyptians, if their knowledge was so vast and they needed someone with all this spectacular science and they know everything to build up the country where they called the newfound land called America, why didn't they just sojourn, and why didn't they just go up to Egypt, which wasn't that far from Southwest Africa, and capture the Egyptians over there and bring them into slavery, man? You don't think about that? Okay, now, here's another food for thought, too. Okay, this is a book called A Pictorial History of the Slave Trade. Okay, and this is a picture right here during the time of King Dahomey, when Christ told us during the time of 770 AD, when we had fled, okay, down into the interiors of Africa, okay, Southwest Africa, and we wasn't dealing with the Africans. That's why they got mad and they sold us. Okay, and this is one of the forts right here. I'm going to get a picture of it. It says Fort Judah. It says it was the French who founded Fort of Judah, okay, or Odua, okay, which was finally destroyed. When the French found it, okay, they found it, okay, and they sold our behinds over to King Dahomey, which was finally destroyed, okay, along with the French, along with the British, and along with the Arabs. It says, finally destroyed in 1726 by an army of the King of Dahomey. Okay, and get a close-up picture of this right here. Okay, this was called Fort Judah, okay, and this was down in Southwest Africa, okay, during the time of King Dahomey. Now, if we were all the same brothers and sisters, why would we separate ourselves and make a fort in a big 18-foot wall to separate ourselves, okay, from the people that was there, the Africans, okay, because we weren't the same people. Okay, and the Africans, they knew it during the time of King Dahomey, they knew it. Okay, now that's the reason why I'm gonna show you another picture. Okay, during the time of slavery, when they were selling us, okay, here's a distinctive picture, okay, right here, okay, that shows, okay, the Arabs along with the Africans, along with the so-called white man, okay, selling us into slavery. Bear with me for a minute. This is an excellent book right here. Okay, bear with me for 1 minute. Okay, here's a picture right here. Okay, and let me break this down for you. You have the Arabs right here. Okay, and you got the so-called Africans, okay, with the hats on, the people from Senegal, South Africa, during the time of King Dahomey, right here. Okay, you got that old bastard-ass white man sitting right here, drinking wine. You read about that in Psalms, the 83rd chapter, how they sold our boys for a harlot and wine. It was the Grecians, it was a so-called white man. And then you got the African whipping the brother on the ship right here. Okay, this is a very powerful picture right here, and it shows you. Okay, in the book of Joel, it shows you, okay, that it was the Africans, along with the Ishmaelites, along with the so-called white man that sold us into the hands, okay, of the Grecians. Okay, talking about the so-called white man in history. And this is documented. Okay, for all you Egyptology buffs, okay, out there, and all you Dr. Clark fans and, scholars out there. Okay, this is documented in history. Okay, and when you read the book of Joel, and we read the book like I said, Psalms, the 83rd chapter, it tells you that, and it breaks it down, okay, to a T, okay? It shows you. Matter of fact, let me get it real quick, okay? Let me get Psalms, the 83rd chapter, real quick. Okay? It says, keep not thy silence, O Most High. It says, hold thy peace, and be not still, O Lord. It says, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, okay, meaning a pact, an agreement, okay, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head, because all these nations hate us, man, as a people, okay? That's the reason why you'll have a so-called Negro that you work with. They'll treat an African or another nation of people better than their own people. Okay, why is that? Because we've been taught to hate ourselves, the way we look, the way we act, the way we dress, our hair, our lips, our body figures, our body pigment, okay, our skin pigment, okay, the way we look. We've been taught to hate ourselves and love every damn body else. Check it out when you're at work. You may have a black supervisor, whether he's a male or whether he's a female, okay? They'll treat the other nations of people. Why do they treat Africans better than they treat our own self, than our own people? Okay, because why? Because our people have very low self-esteem, okay? Nothing has been taught to them correctly. We've been lied to for ages and for centuries, okay, that we're nothing, we'll be nothing, we'll have nothing, okay? And at the end of the day, Christ is coming back to save us out of this captivity at the end of the day. The Most High said we just have to endure, that's it, okay? And be righteous to the best of our ability and keep these laws until the end. Okay, and it says, for lo, thy enemy make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. Oh, proud white people. Okay, I got black neighbors, I got black friends. They do that, they say that to be smart. And it says, they have taken crafty counsel, meaning they sat and thought about this thing. They planned it out. Okay, they have taken crafty counsel. Okay, when you sit down and you take a crafty counsel, okay, you ain't got to get a close up on it. Okay, they have taken crafty counsel. Okay, meaning they sat and they thought about this thing even to today. Okay, the Illuminati, how they get up together and how we gonna put crack in the black man's community. Okay, even back